Hello and welcome to Mind Mastery Accelerator, your destination for becoming a fearless entrepreneur. I am your host, attorney Sean Arnold. And I am here as I am every week with your other host, Mr. Vernon Webb, Master Executive Performance Coach. How are you this evening, Vernon?
I am absolutely terrific, Sean.
That is so wonderful. Vernon, last week we talked with my sensei, Les Brown, and he led us on a merry chase about how important it is to be self aware
Yes, he
and
did.
to know our self worth, our value. And that got me to thinking about, whenever those issues have hit me, that those issues of self worth.
Mhm.
And, I think when it hit me most acutely in my life was at a time when I tried to start my own business. Back in 2009, everybody remembers the Great Recession. I'm transaction counsel. And when the banks froze up, so did my job. And I wound up losing my job. And I found myself in a position to start my own law firm. I had been practicing law for 20 years at that point. I had been business consulting for 30 years at that point. But in my mind, something said to me, you never run your own business. How are you working with entrepreneurs, telling them how to run their business? You've never run your own business. You can't run your own business. You can't tell people how to run their business. You've never run your own business. I had imposter syndrome. It was a very painful start to my own law firm. Now, I've been running my law firm for 10 years now. So, it's kind of like childbirth. You forget the pain after a while. But I do recall that feeling of I'm just not enough. Vernon, has imposter syndrome ever hit you?
I'd like to tell you no, but unfortunately, yes, it has. It, I
Mm.
was asked about 4 months before the International Silver Mine Control Convention to be the keynote speaker. Now, that is an honor that is usually only presented to the people who have a name in the field of mine science. The Wayne Dyers, the Deepak Chopras, people who are well known. And so I didn't think I could do it at the time. I wasn't ready. I wasn't really perfect at it. And so being asked, I wasn't going to say no. It's an incredible opportunity and an honor. So prior to the convention, I took the time to sit down, know that I'm enough, and I am more than capable of being able to deliver an outstanding and riveting keynote address. And that's exactly what I did. So, yes, I have been victim at one point in time to the imposter syndrome. It's a
Wow.
weird feeling.
It is a weird feeling. And the challenge that I think a lot of people have is that people will tell you that you have to have your self-worth. You have to understand your value and be self-aware. But nobody ever tells you how to do it.
Now, it's the
So we
how.
thought that we would take our listeners through a very special show today where we're going to work directly with you to show you how to get to that feeling I am enough. Vernon, would you like to start us out?
My pleasure. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. See the air moving in and out of your body as you mentally say to yourself,
Self.
relax, relax. Take a deep breath and see the number three, 3 times. Take another deep breath and see the number 2 3 times. Take another deep breath and see the number 1 3 times. You're now at a deeper, healthier level of mind, deeper than before. Allow your eyes to raise above your horizontal plane of sight as though you're looking at a spot on the wall or the ceiling very comfortably, and feel your entire body and mind beginning to relax. And with that, focus on your scalp. Feel the muscles in your scalp beginning to relax. And as you feel the muscles relaxing in your scalp, allow that relaxed feeling of mind to slowly come down to your forehead. Feel the muscles in your forehead beginning to relax. And as the muscles in your forehead relax, let that feeling of relaxation come down to your eyes and your eyelids. Feel the muscles around your eyes and your eyelids relaxing as you mentally say to yourself, relax, relax, relax. Now feel that relaxation coming down to your cheeks and your jaw. Feel the muscles relaxing. Wonderful feeling to feel so relaxed. Now allow that relaxed feeling to come down to your neck and your shoulders. Feel the muscles in your neck and your shoulders relaxing. Allow that feeling of relaxation to slowly go down to your chest. Deep breath and relax. Feel the muscles in your chest area relaxing. Allow that feeling of relaxation to go all the way down to your abdominal area. Feel the muscles in your abdominal area relaxing. Deep breath and relax. Now allow that feeling of relaxation to go all the way down to your hips. Feel your hips relaxing. Incredible feeling to feel so relaxed. Now allow that feeling of relaxation to go from your hips to your thighs. Feel the muscles in your thighs relaxing. Good. Allow that feeling of relaxation to go all the way down to your calves. Feel your calves relaxing. Now take that relaxed feeling from your calves and take it all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Feel your entire body relaxing from head to toe. Now, from the bottom of your feet, let's come up to your calves. Remind yourself of how relaxed they are. From your calves to your thighs are so relaxed. Now, feel your hips relaxing. Your hips are relaxed. Let's move it up to your abdominal area to remind you how relaxed your abdominal area is. You are in control. You've always had control. You didn't know it. From your abdominal area to your chest is relaxed. Take a deep breath and relax. From your chest to your shoulders and your neck, feel the muscles in those areas become even more relaxed. Now let's take it up to the cheeks. Feel the cheeks and the jaw relaxing. Absolutely incredible feeling. Be this relaxed. Now from your cheeks and your jaw, take that relaxed feeling up to your eyes again and your eyelids and feel those muscles relaxing. And from your eyes and your eyelids, take that relaxed feeling up to your forehead. Feel the muscles in your forehead relaxing. From your forehead, take that relaxed feeling up to your skull, to your top of your head. Feel those muscles relaxing. You're now relaxed from head to toe.
And as you sit there relaxing, you are thinking of your life. And as you think of your life, your past, your present, your future, you may notice that that implies a line, a timeline. It does not matter whether your timeline goes from left to right or from right to left. It doesn't matter whether the past is in front of you or inside of you or behind you. Just elicit your timeline, your past, your present, and your future. I encourage you now to float above your timeline, nice and easy. Float up, up, up above your timeline. And as you float there, consider the question: when was the very first time you made the decision, I'm not enough? For most of us, it happened when we were between the ages of 0 to 7 years old. So when was the first time you made that decision, I am not enough? For some people, that decision was actually made in utero while their mother was pregnant with them. Did that occur with you? And you know, for some people, that decision, I am not enough, was not even your own decision. Someone else made that choice. In that case, the decision is generational. As you look down your timeline toward your past, which one of those three occurred? Was it when you were between the ages of 0 and 7? Was it while your mother was pregnant with you? Was it generational? I encourage you to float back along your timeline towards the past and keep floating toward the past until you get to that event, whether it was between the ages of 0 and 7, whether it was while your mother was pregnant with you, whether it was generational. Go all the way back to that very first event when you made the decision, I am not enough. Now, as you are floating above your timeline and you're in the past, you're looking down at that event when you made that decision, I am not enough. And I encourage you now to keep floating along your timeline further into the past, before that event occurred, and before all of the events that led to that event occurred. And when you get there, turn around, still floating above your timeline, and look back at that original event when you determined, I am not enough. Now, from who you are today, with your strength and your beauty and your determination, look at that event and gather the gifts from that event. Gather the learnings from who you are today. Create a new story, a new understanding of what happened in that event. And you may find that you release that old emotion of I am not enough. You may find that with the gifts and the learnings and the new story that you attach to that event, that you suddenly realize, I am enough. Now float forward along your timeline toward that original event and look down at the event with all of your gifts and all of your learnings and the new story that you have attached to that event and this new empowering thought, I am enough. I encourage you to float down into that event. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt with the gifts and the learnings and the new story. What do you see? What do you hear? You may find that the overpowering sense that you have is I am enough. If you have that empowered feeling in your spirit, then you are ready. If you find, however, that you still have some charge, you still have that old disempowering thought, float above your timeline again. Float above your timeline and go back into the past, further back than you went before the event occurred, before any of the events that led to the event occurred, further back, higher above your timeline, higher and further. And when you get there, turn and look at that original event. And again, spend some time gathering the gifts, gathering the learnings, and finding and understanding a new empowering story to replace that old disempowering thought. When you have gathered the gifts and the learnings, come forward along your timeline again. Come all the way to that original event and look down into that event with your gifts, with your learnings, with the new story that empowers you in your spirit. Now you can float down into that event and see what you see and hear what you hear and feel what you feel with the gifts and the learnings and the new story. And you may find that all you feel is I am enough. If you find that you now have this new empowering thought deep within your spirit, float above your timeline, ready to come back to the present. But as you come forward to the present, stop at every incident along the way in your life where in the past you might have had that old disempowering thought, but you just might find that every time you stop and release, the only thing you feel is I am enough. You release each and every one of those events all the way to the present. But before you come back down into the room, I want you to float forward into your future to the next time an event would occur where you might have had that old disempowering thought, but you just might discover that the only thing you feel is I am enough. With that feeling, float back to the present and float down into the present. And I'm going to count to 5, and you're going to come back fully into the present, fully empowered, fully understanding I am enough. 1, coming up slowly. 2, feeling empowered. 3, embracing your new story. 4, feeling strong and wide awake, better than before. And 5, come back fully into the room. So, how do you feel? And what do you think?
I feel
That's
empowered.
one of my favorite meditations.
I can see why. I feel empowered. And I know that there's really nothing I can't do to move forward to be even more successful than I am and stop holding myself back.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, drop a comment in the box below. Let us know your thoughts on your new empowering feeling, I am enough. And let us know what that story was, if you even remember it, and you may find that you do not. Give us a thumbs up if this resonates with your spirit. And please share this video with someone who needs to gather the gifts and gather the learnings for themselves. Come back and see us again next week on Mind Mastery Accelerator. We look forward to seeing you then.
Yes, we do.
Bye bye.